I'm Alan Chong, curator at the Gardner Museum, and I'm introducing a show devoted to Isabella Gardner's specific and special relationship with Asia. In 1883, she traveled through Japan, China, Cambodia, and India, and she, I think at that time, fell in love with Asian culture generally. And hers was a very personal connection with the continent, and one of the things we've emphasized in this show is her special love of Asian religions, indeed all of Asia, all of Asian religions, whether it was Shinto, Hinduism, Jainism, but especially Buddhism. It's something that really seems to have influenced a lot of her activities for the rest of her life. Over the course of her life, she formed many interesting friendships with people who had traveled through Japan, who had lived in Japan. And in 1905, she met a Japanese art connoisseur named Okakura Kakuzo. He had come to Boston to be curator at the Museum of Fine Arts to catalog and expand the Asian collection. And they formed a very close friendship and spiritual bond. And it seemed that at this time, she began to reacquaint herself with Buddhism and with aspects of Japanese culture like the tea ceremony, like ikebana arrangement, and with Japanese art generally. And what you see behind me is a wonderful Chinese Buddha from the Ming Dynasty that she bought in 1902 and set up in a temple-like space at the Gardner Museum called the Chinese Room. This room was an evocative space. It contained 6 very large Chinese Buddhist sculptures, and although it was a very personal arrangement, she added things from Japanese temples, including Japanese screens. The place had the feeling of a real temple, of a working space. And there's a famous example where the mayor of Boston, Michael Curley, said that Isabella Gardner was communing with her Buddhas. She was having a devotional experience in the room, and we don't know what that specifically means, but I think it indicates or suggests some of the importance that religion had for Isabella Gardner when she formed her museum.